Hello?
Yeah, no, they can. Hello, hello. They can hear us both. Okay.
Well, not practice that.
Yeah, I mean, feel free. Everyone's gonna sit down, but
Yeah,
it is
it's
live.
okay. Why don't you?
Sasson.
Okay, we're live. We're live. Oh, yeah, sorry. And Molly, who's singing with you and when? We're singing together the whole time. Smile for your mom for me, okay? Hey, EB, smile for me. Smile. I'm gonna send this to your mom, okay? Well, then let me turn around. You look so good. Are we gonna split that? We might need another microphone. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Hello?
Why didn't you bring your water?
Oh my god, I think people can see me right
Yeah,
now.
where's there a good break? You should probably go back.
Wait, it's like live stream? Oh my god.
good, actually. Will you give me?
It's so romantic when I'm like up here with you. Like it feels like we're like a romantic.
You just said that into the microphone, Molly.
He's up there. It's the one in the sunglasses behind me.
Shabbat Shalom, Camp Stein. Shabbat Shalom, Camp Stein. If you can hear me, say Shabbat Shalom. Camp Stein, if you can hear me, say Shabbat Shalom. Very nice. Friends at home, if you can hear me, type a Shabbat Shalom into the chat right now. Good job, everyone at home. Shabbat Shalom. We are beginning this morning, or this evening. We're beginning tonight with a prayer for rain. We've had so many days of sunshine that the dust is a little too eager to be joining us. So join us. Let's start Shabbat with a prayer to help our climate become even more pleasant for us to be in. And while we spend this Shabbat together in this beautiful breezy air, let's know all our friends at home who are with us right now wish they were right here enjoying Shabbat at Camp Stein with all of us. Let's join together with our song leaders in this prayer for rain. Well, Shabbat Shalom, Camp Stein, and everyone at home. It is so amazing to realize that this is our second Shabbat all together as a camp community. Let's put a little sparkle in the air for our second Shabbat. Almost all of us by now have had a chance to go horseback riding, to do ceramics. Let's see. Raise your hand if you've made a friendship bracelet. Raise your hand if you have made a friend. Raise your hand if you've learned a new song. Raise your hand if you did something so far in the last 2 weeks that you never thought you'd do. Let's celebrate this Shabbat spirit, this Shabbat love together. We'll come together next with Lecha Dodi. We are so privileged and excited that we have 11, is that right? 11 members of our Mishlachat. That means 11 Israelis who are a part of our camp community. We are so glad you're here. Just like we welcome the Shabbat bride, we have welcomed you to our camp, and now you are just a part of us. So come on up and lead us in Lecha Dodi. If you are looking at your prayer card, which I hope you are, you can find it on page 2.
זה לא מתאים עם זה? איזה נוסח?
Yasher Koach and Toda Rabbah to our Mishlachat. Let's continue in our service on the prayer card, page 3. Oh, I need to make a note. Baruch Hu. Let's stand up. Yada lai lai lai. 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 Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? We continue with our interpretation of Ma'ariv Aravim, also on page 3. We think about the sun and the moon, about how we roll our way into dark, roll our way back into night. And here at Camp STEIN, we get to see the way we roll from day to night and back again for maybe 2 whole weeks together, maybe 4, maybe 8 for our admin, maybe 10 whole weeks together. We get to see the way light rolls into day and day into night.
So we're all going to do it together at first. So we're going to go through the English and the Hebrew. And then if you're on this side, I want you to stay in the Hebrew. If you're on this side, I want you to go to the English. All right, guys? Cool. So all together at first, and then we're going to split.
And if you're at home, you can do whatever you want, but you have to do it, because we'll feel it if you don't.
Dark, roll into light. Night becomes day. Day turns to night. Roll into dark. Roll into light. Night becomes day. Day turns to night. Borei yom halayla. Golel or mipnei choshech. Borel or mipnei choshech. Vechoshech mipnei or. Borei yom halayla. Golel or mipnei choshech. Golel or mipnei choshech. Vechoshech mipnei or.
Let's do that one more time.
Leilo v'layla. Golel or mipnei choshech. Golel or mipnei choshech. Vechoshech mipnei day turns to night.
Let's stay standing as we turn to the Shema. You can find this prayer for oneness and unity and how it feels when we all pray together at the top of page 4.
Yisrael, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai, Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated.
With all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And thou these words which I command you on this day shall be upon thy heart, shall be upon thy heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. And thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, and when thou risest up, and when thou liest down, and when thou liest down. between thine eyes, and thou shalt write them on the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates, that ye may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
As we turn to Michamocha on page 5, I would like to hear from all of you about a way that you feel free here at camp, that you don't feel at home. And I'm going to repeat so that everybody can hear. But I want to hear maybe 3 or 4 ways that you feel free here at camp that maybe you don't always feel at home. Yes. What's your name? Lindy says she's able to do just a lot more stuff and activities. Warmth for you, Lindy. That's really nice. Yes, in the back with the blue shirt. What's your name? Alex says he can breathe the fresh mountain air. Everyone take a big, deep breath. That feels good, doesn't it? Alexa. Alexa gets to be with her friends literally every day, and you don't even have to text them to know where they are. I want to hear Jules. You get to be on a horse. Raise your hand if you feel free on a horse. Raise your hand if you feel like you're a little afraid of heights. Either way, it's a challenge, and we love that. All right, last one. Oh, Brody Bomb. I get to do fun activities and be with my friends while I do them. Let's sing a prayer for all of that freedom.
Velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the 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 Michamocha, Bailey Madonai, Michamocha, Nedar Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot, Osei Pele, Nora Tehilot, Osei Pele. I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the velvet sea, oh, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the.
We'll turn to the bottom of page 5. And there's this little tradition that we have at Camp STEIN when we sing Vishamru, which is when we get to that word et, we throw our hands up in the air with all of the joy and enthusiasm that camp brings for us here at Shabbat. And I promise you that our friends at home are going to do it too.
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat v'tortam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat v'tortam berit olam.
Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti leolam,
Oti leolam, b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat v'tortam berit olam.
כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledoratam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledoratam berit olam. We'll continue on page 6 of your prayer card as we turn to the Amidah. And just like we talked about a few days ago, what does the word Amidah mean? What do we need to do when we get to the Amidah? I see a few Gabby, nice job. I see you do it. No, that was good. Yeah, you're supposed to stand up. Good job, Gabby. Oh, nice job, nice job. Everybody should be standing as we turn to the Amidah. We'll begin all together and then have some time for private prayers and personal reflections. Atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol Bezocher Chasei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Gula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magin Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye Hakol Atah Rav Lehoshia Morid Hatah Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofeh Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayen Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Baal Gevurot Umido Melach Melech Memit Umechayeh Umatzliach Yeshua B'ne'eman Atal HaChayot HaKol Baruch Atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
When you are at camp and always surrounded by your friends and always with other people, that is usually a good thing. But sometimes we need some time just to ourselves, and this silent prayer is your opportunity to just close your eyes if you want to, take some deep breaths if you want to, and think about what you need, just you. When you're ready, you may be seated. Well, Shabbat Shalom, Camp STEIN. Who is ready for a story? This one's not about Babe Karen. You know who this one is about? I don't know. I need a name. I need a name. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You. I need a name. Karen. Karen. All right, Karen. And what's this human's second name? Who haven't I heard from? Yes, and the stripes. Brooks. Karen Brooks. This is a story about Karen Brooks. Now, Karen Brooks was a first-time camper here at Camp STEIN. And Karen Brooks was really enjoying a lot about camp, most of it. Karen Brooks was really enjoying horseback riding. Karen Brooks loved rocks and brooks, but you see, the thing is that Karen Brooks was not afraid of heights. Karen Brooks was not afraid of heights at all. You see, Karen Brooks actually felt that when Karen Brooks was up high, it was kind of the best place to be. But unfortunately, when it was time to move in, guess what kind of bunk Karen Brooks had? Bottom. Mr. Rendelman, you are a guest. Behave yourself. Karen Brooks got a bottom bunk. And this was really just the first thing that went kind of not exactly perfect for Karen Brooks. But the thing is that Karen Brooks really wanted a top bunk because, as we talked about, Karen Brooks really liked to be up high and to see everything that was going on, but was also a little bit shy and was afraid to say to the counselor, Counselor Matthew, I actually really, really wanted the top bunk. And so Karen Brooks just kind of took their spot on the bottom. And probably it would have been fine to be on the top, but when you're so shy, it can be hard sometimes to speak up for what you need. And then the next day, Karen Brooks was at art. And you know what Karen Brooks really wanted to do at art? Make a friendship bracelet. But you know what the art teacher said? Oh, I've actually got tie-dye planned for today. Come on, everybody, let's go, let's go. And what Karen Brooks didn't realize was that if Karen Brooks had said to their counselor, I actually really wanted to make a friendship bracelet. Do you think maybe I could take some string with me that I could maybe do? Wait, what did I say they were doing? Ceramics? Tie-dye. If you do the tie-dye, then we can do the friendship bracelet string. But Karen Brooks was, what did we say again? Shy and was afraid to ask their counselor for some friendship string because they didn't know that it was okay to ask for what they needed. And then guess what happened at lunch the next day? It was grilled cheese. But guess what Karen Brooks did not like? Grilled cheese or tomato soup. Karen Brooks really was not into this meal. Now, what could Karen Brooks have done? What do we do if we don't like the meal here at Camp STEIN? Avery, what do we do? Three options, right? You could go up to the front and say, hey, I don't really like grilled cheese and tomato soup. Is there something else I can have? Or you could go to the salad bar, or you could go over to special diets and see if maybe there's something better there for you. But Karen Brooks was. And at this point, the counselors were starting to worry a little about Karen Brooks because Karen wasn't talking much. Karen was really having a hard time. And, you know, they tried to check in, but Karen was shy, and Karen didn't really know what to do. And so that night, as Karen was settling into their bottom bunk, Karen was having a hard time falling asleep. Karen was tossing, and Karen was turning, and Karen was afraid of having a bad dream, and Karen was wishing that they were up high. And so you know what Karen did in the middle of the night? By the way, warning, this is a fictional story. Don't ever do this. You got me? No, don't ever do this, okay? Wait, repeat after me. I promise I will never do this. Good. So Karen Brooks left the cabin in the middle of the night when everybody was sleeping. All Karen wanted was to be somewhere up high. Karen just needed to be one with the trees and the sky. You are right. So Karen searched high and low for a safe place to hide. Repeat after me. I will never do this. Karen searched high and low for some place to hide. Karen first tried to get up on top of the, oh my gosh, never ever do this. Tried to get up on top of the chadar. No way, Jose. That was not happening. Not even possible. Oh gosh, this is a terrible story. Karen Brooks was trying to find some place to go. Karen tried to go sleep up in the barn where the admin are, but couldn't get in because campers are not allowed up in the barn where the admin sleep, are they? No, absolutely not. And then Karen remembered something that they saw earlier that day. The tree house. And Karen thought, bingo, that is where I need to be. So Karen made their way up to the tree house, climbed up the ladder, and settled in on the platform. And finally, Karen felt peaceful. And in the waving of the trees and the rush of the wind, Karen heard this song. This is how it sounded. I got I ga diggy, 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 die. I ga dum-ba-dee, die. I ga diggy, diggy, die. And Karen felt so peaceful and calm that Karen started to sing along. I ga dum-ba-dee, die. I go diggy, 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 die. I go dum-ba-dee, dum-ba-dee-die. I go diggy, diggy, die. And before Karen knew it, Karen Brooks was slept so good and so nice. And in the morning, Karen's counselor Matthew woke up. Matthew, what did you say?
What are you doing?
Sussy bucket.
Did you know where Karen was?
No, I didn't. Where's Karen?
Oh my gosh, where's Karen? And the whole cabin sat up. Oh my gosh, where's Karen Brooks? Karen Brooks isn't in their bed. What are we going to do?
Gonna die.
No. Stop making it creepy. So the whole cabin got up, and the whole cabin threw their shoes on. They didn't even brush their teeth. Repeat after me. I will never do that. And they all went together to look for Karen. And they looked in the chadar, and they looked in the barn, and they looked in the ulam, and they looked at the teatron, and they looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked until finally they heard something.
Wrestle, wrestle.
I got dum-ba-dee-dum-ba-dee-die. I got diggy, 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 die. I got dum-ba-dee-dum-ba-dee-die. I got diggy, diggy, die. And they looked where the sound was coming from, and there was Karen up in the treehouse singing. That was weird. And so they said, Karen Brooks, what are you doing up in the treehouse? You should have slept in your bed. And Karen just shrugged and went, I could diggy die. I could diggy die. I could diggy, 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 diggy die. I could diggy die. I could diggy die. I could diggy, diggy, diggy die. Well, let me tell you, Karen Brooks, said Counselor Matthew, we are going to have a conversation with Jason Bronowitz about this behavior. Get back to the cabin right now. Go brush your teeth, put your pajamas on, and we will figure out what to do with you. And so as Karen Brooks was getting ready, Karen Brooks started brushing their teeth like this. I got dum-ba-dee, dum-ba-dee-die. Help me out, you do too. I got diggy, 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 diggy. Tying their shoes. I got dum-ba-dee, dum-ba-dee-die. Walking down to breakfast. Got diggy, diggy, die. Time to eat now. I got diggy, die. I diggy, die. I got, see, they like this meal. Diggy, diggy, drinking some water. I got diggy. I got diggy. I got diggy, diggy, diggy. But Jason wasn't available quite yet. It was time to go to first period, which meant time to go to A, which meant frolf. I got diggy, die. I got diggy, die. Then horseback riding. I got diggy, 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 diggy. Arts and crafts. I got diggy, die. Oh no, perler beads. Die. Oh, I dropped him. I got diggy, 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 die. And Karen Brooks refused to speak a whole word the whole rest of the day. Not in rest hour, which was kind of a good thing. Not during pool time, not during anything. Karen Brooks refused to say anything until Counselor Matthews said, Karen Brooks, what is wrong? And all Karen Brooks could do was shrug and sing. I got diggy, 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 die. But there was a little friend in Karen Brooks's cabin, and that little friend's name was? That friend's name was, I think Hayden was the last one I heard. Mosey Hayden. Mosey Hayden was the littlest kid in the cabin, probably a year too young to be there. And little Mosey Hayden, or whatever we decided it was, said, hey, Karen Brooks? And Karen Brooks looked at them and said, I could diggy die. And Mosey Hayden said, hey, I could dum-ba-dee-dum-ba-dee-die. And then Karen Brooks started to dry their tears and went, I could diggy, 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 die. Then Counselor Matthews said, I got dum-ba-dee-dum-ba-dee-die. Then all three of them went, I got diggy, diggy, die. Then the rest of the cabin joined in. I got diggy, die. I got diggy, die. I got diggy, 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 diggy. Then Jason Bronowitz joined in. I got diggy, die. Then all the rest of the admin, diggy, die. And every single person at camp, diggy, 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 die. Thank you so much, Karen Brooks said. Oh my gosh, the spell was broken. Counselor Matthews said, Dylan Brooks, what is wrong? Why did you run? Karen Brooks, that was confusing. Karen Brooks, what is wrong? What is wrong? Why have you run away? Why haven't you been talking? Why do you keep singing this song? And Karen Brooks said, I was just feeling so shy. I didn't know how to ask for what I needed. But now I see that we are one big community, and you're here for me, that I can ask you for what I need, that we are all in this together. And the whole cabin hugged and was happy, and they had the best summer ever. I got body da. I got diggy 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 die. I got body da. I got diggy diggy die. As one big community, let's turn together for prayers in need, for those who are in need of healing. I'd like to invite the band back up. From our CBI community tonight, we are thinking of, this is prayers for healing. People who are in need of healing of body, of soul, of spirit. We're wishing for wholeness and health. Aliza Talia Sarah Bas Dina Rachel, Gerald Buckman, Rita Buckman, Chana Devora Bas Sarah Davina, Chaim Ben Masha, Colette Critchfield, Dov Veyakov Vimalka, Andrea Gass, Miriam Bat Yaakov Vechaya, Megan Jeronmi, Mark Hester, Gretchen Huzinker, Sandy Katz, Patricia Kearney, Stan Quaishan, Mark Lev, Helene Miracle, Don Rosenblum, Dr. Larry Saltzman, Jody Sandler, Issei Shimizu, Gary Stern, Rosemarie Rizzo-Tolk, Addison Thompson, Gary Weltman, and Jim Willett. If there's someone you are thinking of, those of us here at camp tonight, I invite you to say those names out loud, prayers for healing. In just one moment, if you're with us online, you can always put the names into the chat on YouTube or Facebook Live, and we will be praying for them as well. Let's turn to our prayer for healing. To make our lives a blessing, let us say Amen. Mi shebeira imotenu mekor habracha. Those in need of healing with refuah Shema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Let's stand for Aleinu, which you can find on your prayer card. Page 7. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, lateit gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoi haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim,
Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu Notei Shamayim Ve'yoser Haaretz Moshav Yikaro B'Shamayim Ima'o U'Shchinatu Zo Begavei Meromim Hu Eloheinu Einot Emet Malkeinu Efes Ulato Kakatu V'Torato V'yadata Hayom V'Hashevota Elevadecha Ki Adonai Hu HaElohim B'Shamayim Ima'o Ve'al haaretz mitachat einot v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai v'melech al kol haaretz v'yom hahu v'yeh Adonai echad u'shemo
Let's stay standing as we turn to words of Kaddish, which you can find at the bottom of page 8. This is our time to remember those who have died in recent days. It is our time to remember those who have died at this time in years past. It is time to remember those who are always in our hearts and on our minds, whose stories make us who we are. Tonight, we are thinking of Jim Andrews, husband of Susie Sachs, father of Beth and Don Winter, Beth and John Seabreeze, Amy and Michael Gabelson, and Jay Andrews and Bindu Gajira, grandfather of Lindsay, Dahlia, Jacob, Chase, Raleigh, Maddie, and Aubrey. We are remembering Anita Langbaum, grandmother of Kevin Langbaum and Jessica, great-grandmother of Nicole and Seth. We are remembering Freddie Jacobs, mother of Sharon Jacobs, Barretts, and David, grandmother of Matthew, Elliot, and Adrian Barretts. And we are remembering Mildred Schad, sister of Leonard Kleinman. We are also remembering those whose yard sites occur at this time. Tonight we remember Molly Barretts, Howard Bendelin, Nordy Bick, Alan Bickert, Minnie Birkins, Richard Chait, Franklin Kahn, Herbert Darmstader, Samuel Ehrlich, Samuel Friedlander, Phyllis Guillory, Herman Grant, Jeffrey Stewart Harwin, Dr. Bruce Kane, Sylvia Kashket, Fred Clare, Bertha Kofsky, Debbie Krasny, Dr. Joe M. Krigston, Sarah Landau, Joseph Leviter, Meyer Liebson, Etta Lewin, Dora Nach, Lillian Nedwin, Charles S. Needleman, Ruth Schwartz Needleman, Albert Poland, Ben Projan, Franklin J. Redderer, Richard Reimer, Isaac Abram Rosenfeld, Francis Roth, Mary L. Rudin, Ann F. Schubert, Leonard Spector, Myron Stein, Martin Switzer, June Tamaroff, Mala Victor, and Doris Weinstein. If there's someone else you were thinking of tonight and you would like to say their name for Mourner's Kaddish, I invite you to do so now. Let's offer words of Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah. Be'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. B'agalau v'zman kari v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei Kedoshah b'richu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all those who are in mourning, and comfort to all who are bereaved as we say together, amen. We have a song. Before our closing song, Borish, come on up. This is our youngest two Adot, our youngest two units, who really function as one, and they have a song to share with us.
Everyone congregate.
Turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoo the memories and dead skin on child. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life.
Go take pictures. Linger. Okay.
Don't just put them up there, guys. I gotta see all this. Joey, you plugged in.
So there's something about when the campers come up and sing the song that came out the year of their parents' high school graduation that makes you feel like you've come a long way in life. I don't know. Thank you for making time stop, Borish. That was amazing. And we'll close with a song that shares just how we feel about the end of the session.
Wanna linger a little longer here with you. Oh, what a perfect night. It doesn't seem quite right that it should be my last with you. Put your arms around me as the ocean sways. And the waves come crashing, wipe your tears away. 'Cause I've got you and you've got me, and as the years go by, I'll think of you inside. This is goodnight and not goodbye. This is goodnight and not goodbye. This is goodnight and not goodbye.
Shabbat Shalom, Camp STEIN. Say just where you are, but give a big wave to anybody who might be watching you on the live stream tonight. Blow them a kiss, shout out a message, maybe they'll hear it. Thank you for joining us. If you are with us online, we enjoyed sharing the magic of camp with you. And last but not least, I'm assuming the rest of the world doesn't need to hear it, but J-Bro's got some announcements. Oh my gosh! Hold on! Oh, I didn't say it. You didn't hear it at Shabbat. You can't do it.
Only in the dining hall.
Oh my
Only in the
goodness.
dining hall. Okay, let's give warmth to Rabbi Mason Barkin and Gesundheit. So right now I'm going to explain what we are going to do next. We are going to go down and all have outdoor Shabbat dinner in the yard all together. So when we go down, we are going to dismiss unit by unit, and they will go down when you go to the dining hall. You are going to walk through the dining hall. You are going to get your food from both sides of the dining hall, and then go outside. Your soup and salad are already waiting for you in the yard. So we are going to start some blessings here before we begin. And so right now, I am going to invite up Jacob and all of Kadima. On behalf of Kadima, come on up and share our blessing with camp.
Nami's stealing the mic.
Yeah, Brooks.
Can somebody give me the words?
Haha, I am in defense of everything.
Wait, can you like set it down though? Like right here where there isn't stuff.
This is live and your mom's just so you know.
Why? What was the
Alright, so we're gonna start with the Hebrew prayer. Then Jacob's gonna say the English and the meaning. Alright? אנחנו מתפללים שהאנשים החשובים לנו יהיו בריאים ומאושרים, שיהיה שלום ולא עוד מלחמות, ושיהיה לנו קיץ כיפי ומשמעותי במחנה.
All right, I want everyone to say with me. So this is our Kadima group prayer. So as a Kadima unit, we have wrote down things we are grateful for and things we want to pray for. We are grateful for our friends and family, which include the ones we made here at camp and the ones at home. We are grateful for our supermensches too. We pray that COVID leaves camp and disappears for everyone. We pray that there are no more wars and that the violence stops in Ukraine. We hope we continue the awesome summer that we have and for the new campers to have a great time. Amen.
if you sniff the mic again?
Words.
Okay, we are going to join together in the Sabbath prayer. May the Lord protect and defend you. May God always shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen us, O Lord, and keep us from the stranger's ways.
May God bless you and grant you long
May the Lord
life.
fulfill our Sabbath prayer for you.
May God keep you and shield you from
May
strife.
God in God's wisdom always care for you.
May the Lord protect and defend
May the Lord
you.
protect and defend
God
you.
always shield you from
May
shame.
God always shield you from shame.
Favor
Favor us, O
with
Lord,
happiness
with
and peace.
happiness. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. Amen. Okay, Bonim and Rishonim, find your counselors. You are going to head through the dining hall to get your food through the dining hall. Israelis, come on up for Shalom Aleichem. Israelis, come lead us in Shalom Aleichem.
Once you know that, he goes,
מה אומרים, הכל טוב?
אני באמת שר על המיקרופון, אני לא צוחקת. שר.
אתה עשה אנושי?
לא, אתה צריך את זה.
כן, אבל...
Thank you. כן, שלום עליכם. Thank you.
כן, אבל זה כאילו בהתרסה.
כולם פה?
בצבא היית לומד.
כולם פה, אפשר להתחיל? אוקיי. שלוש,
פעמיים כל דבר, סבבה?
יאללה. שלוש, ארבע. שלום עליכם, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. אוי, מי מלך מלאכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. בואכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. אוי, מי מלך מלאכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. אוי, מי מלך מלאכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. זה אתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. אוי, מי מלך מלאכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. אוי, מי מלך מלאכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Thank you.
עוד אחד? כמה?
I wanna linger a little longer. What are we doing again? I forget. You know me? Okay. Oh. He's gonna get shredded. All right. Is this still live? Oh yes. Hey guys. You guys have a choice right now, okay? We can either do Lean on Me or One Day. So if you want Lean on Me, raise your hand. Wonderwall? What'd you say? No. I guess we're doing Wonderwall? We're doing that tomorrow. That's tomorrow's song. I don't like this song. I didn't suggest One Day. We're doing that tonight. Yeah.
Pick a song.
I'm picking. We're doing One Day because it's right here.